it is an honor. I normally I do not come across people from academic institutions like that, like this, in a classroom. I do a lot of trainings. I am an enlisted trainer for Kolkata Police, West Bengal Police, Border Security Force, Sashastra Seema Bal. I go on doing it for the last 20 odd years. Very boring. Because none of them are academics. None of them are into academics. I have seen people working with the police in senior positions for 20 years with almost no sense of basic criminal law. I have come across. Very sad, it's very sad. But as Professor Mitra was telling, there are a lot of gaps we need to bridge. Now, I have been given 15 minutes, I won't take more than 10 minutes. Now, well, I have been requested to enlighten the house on social entrepreneurship. It's a very difficult term to define.
So also your role.
Social entrepreneurship, it's very difficult to define. But it's very simple. In my perception, an entrepreneur is a good manager is an entrepreneur. If somebody is not a good manager, he can't be a good entrepreneur. That's very important. So we need you, people like you, children like you, with that Sanlaap. You are most welcome. Well, I'll share some of my personal feelings and I'll relate it to what I mean to say. I had been a corporate manager for 25 years. I had done formal education in social sciences in the 70s, mid-70s. I did my formal training in law. Then I joined as a management training. I had tried for IAM, but I was not selected. It was there in Moranabad, there, not in Joka. I joined a group. I joined Sriram group as a management training. So that was quite a journey. And by default, the corporate houses did some training for management and entrepreneurship. That was all. But my work experiences with them, it helped me immensely. But in addition to the corporate work I did since my college days in Presidency College, I was into social issues very much. We started a school in a slum in the early 70s. The school had been eventually taken over by St. Lawrence School. It is still there, I am very proud to say. But in those days, social issues, well, there was no kind of social entrepreneurship, as I mean to say. Nobody thought of areas where we could work, where we could do. Stereotypes were there. When there was a flood, we used to raise funds, work with the Bharat Sevashrama Sangha and the army, Indian army over there. The school was a beautiful idea for us, and it was an eye-opener. With Sanlaap, I had been associated. Sanlaap is 30 years old, 30. We started in 87 when I was still in the corporate sector, but ironically, Sanlaap could not afford to pay salaries to people. So I could not work full time. I needed to have my subsistence. So in 1989, we got a study. I was into research. I said I had a social sciences background. Supported by NORAD, an international agency. The study was to be done in the red light areas of Kolkata. Well, that was a challenge because all of us in the group We are from typical middle class families. We had never seen what a red light area was, other than from the fringes of it. Some of us had seen it from the fringes of it, from the boundaries of it. It was very difficult to access, but we did it. And that was an eye-opener. That is where entrepreneurship comes into. The entrepreneurship I had gathered by those trainings I had by default, all my work experiences. We found the area where we should work. We saw, to start with, we saw a lot of children in those areas they were boys, girls, who were biological children of the women there. And they had no options other than to grow up in such an ambience. And they had no kind of access to the mainstream, no kind of access. They didn't have birth certificates, they didn't have any kind of access to formal schools. So that was, again, the role of an entrepreneur started over there. At first, through that study, we learned, we found the area. We found while as a corporate manager, as a marketing manager, when my company was trying to promote a new product, the first kind of thing I had to do was research, market research, so-called market research, to find out the market of it. Well, the experiences I had there of entrepreneurship, I used it here. And what I tried to find, all of us tried to gather the learnings from that study. And from that learnings from the study, we had identified two areas. One was the girls, were obviously pushed into second generation prostitution because of no other options. And the boys grew up to become dadas of the area, pimps and criminals. We went to the Minister of Social Welfare. He said, it's a very good idea to work with them, but we don't have any project earmarked for them, marked for them. You have to find it out. That again was entrepreneurship. How to work with them, what to do with them. We took a group of boys. I remember I had tremendous, beautiful connections, political connections in those days. I went to the mayor of Kolkata with 15 children and I told him that I want their birth certificates. He said, of course, you should get it. He referred me to the birth, there's a department called birth and death. That's very morbid department, birth and death. So I went to that officer. He said, how come they can get birth certificate? I said, why? Are you sure that they are born? They are standing in front of you. So I don't think any other clarity or any other clarification is required. He said, but you have to write the name of a father. That was entrepreneurship again for me. I learnt it. I said, I don't mind writing the name. I wrote my name in all those 15 papers. Then somebody from that office, he said, you can't do that. I said, well, I have a degree of law from the University of Kolkata and I know that you have no jurisdiction to question me on that. So those children, they are still using my surname and I am very proud of them. Many of them are in the mainstream today. So that was how, those were the learnings and the entrepreneurship training I had as a corporate manager. It helped me at every step. I could relate what I learned in the corporate sector, and mind you, one thing, I did not come to this sector by default. It was by choice I came. The day I joined Sanlaap as a full-time worker, my remunerations were less than half what I earned in the corporate sector. But I am happy that I took that decision, and I hope my NGO colleagues will agree with me. I took the decision, and I have the option to work till the last day of my life. And I was an entrepreneur. I am still an entrepreneur. And well, in the social sector, as we call it now, we call it, once upon a time we called baseline survey. Now the government calls it social audit. Social audit. We call somebody, the international people, they call it impact, change impact analysis. The government of India, as he said about sex, they call it something else. There is another terminology. But see, it's all going to the field and knowing the reality. What has happened? Knowing the reality now, knowing the reality after 2-3 years of intervention, strategic intervention. And how did we strategize? That was again entrepreneurship. That who were started working with those children in the red light area. We thought, who should we work with? At first we thought they are mothers. If we convince them that we are going to raise their children, it was not that easy. Because the civil society has no options for a woman who has retired from prostitution. So a girl who is growing over there, that's the superannuation benefit for the woman. She wants a girl to come into prostitution so that it was a Herculean task to convince her that yes, she is your superannuation benefit, but she won't become where you are today. She won't be here. She'll be in the mainstream. And there are success stories, hundreds. We could. So that there also we try to find out who are the stakeholders, with whom should we work. The first stakeholders were police. I said it's a very boring kind of thing to do training for them. They have got their own stereotypes. But I still have a feeling that they are not from the Mars or any other planet. They are from our families only, the Bengal Police Service and the Indian Police Service officers. They are from our country only. But I have seen that once they are into that uniform, they have got a mental kind of stereotype and they fit into that very easily, fast, and then it's almost the knowledge is closed. The door for knowledge is closed. And nowadays I insist to the training agency, the IG training, ADG training, that we should do more training not on law but on the attitude of the police. So that is again entrepreneurship. In those days, that was the day in the 80s, we thought that the police is a stakeholder whom I should work with. Maybe when I sold paints, I found my distributor. I went to the consumer and I found my distributor. So maybe the police is my distributor. Like that, I identified him like that. So that was again entrepreneurship. And that's it, whatever I learned. And now today, I have been acknowledged by many agencies, many institutions as an expert in social entrepreneurship. What I perceive about social entrepreneurship, I have shared it with you. I have eminent people from Raja, he is an expert on entrepreneurship. As such, thank you so much. I would welcome all of you. I was sad hearing that some of you have signed with them, but nobody has opted for Sanlaap.
No,
please, you are most welcome. We need your managerial skills and we need more children to work with us. Thank you so much.